This is the Bluetti EB70. I got it in the red color. They have 3 color options. I think it's mint green, red, and black. I think they call it space gray, and can't really remember what they call the red. Here's the manual stuff. This is from Bluetti. There's 3 things in here. Warning, keep power station out of direct sunlight, and in the foreign language too. Bluetti certificate of inspection. Just some safety instructions. Oh, and this is the user manual. This is about the warranty policy. Comes with a 2-year hassle-free warranty and 1-year warranty for cables and other accessories. So this is the power station, the Bluetti EB70. It is rather large. I think it weighs right about 20 pounds. Yep. 21.38 pounds. This is the AC wall adapter, power box, pretty large. And this is the wall, the second half of the wall plug. Let's get that out. This just plugs into here. And let's try it out. Okay, we're plugged in. We're plugged into the wall. We're not even plugged into the power station yet, and the fan has kicked on. Let's go ahead and plug this in. To the input. Okay. And already the fan is blowing on the Bluetti. Doesn't smell very good. Which is pretty typical for a new unit. It always takes a while for the fan to blow out all the brand new smell and whatnot. I've heard other reviewers talking about the fan and how loud it is. It's not terribly loud. It is quite frustrating that it's on. I don't see any reason why the fan needs to be on right now. I've seen plenty of other power stations that when they're charging, the fan only kicks on when it simply gets too hot and it needs to cool down. But to have the fan start off right off the bat, I'm not a big fan of that. Anyways, this is the cable that you need to be able to charge it from your vehicle. This is through the 12-volt cigarette outlet in your car. You just plug this into your car outlet and then plug that into the power station. And we've also got these MC4 solar charging connectors. This is critical. The Bluetti AC30 did not come with these extra cables, and I had to spend another $15 or so, which was money that I didn't want to spend. I think all power stations should come with the necessary cables to be able to use it like a solar generator. In fact, all 3 of these cables are pretty solid. I've seen other cables where they're just real rinky-dinky and real thin, but this seems thicker than usual. Although I will say with the MC4 connectors, it is pretty thin once they separate out. The regular thickness is pretty thick, but then once it separates out, it's pretty thin. We'll just leave this charging. Okay, so we've got 195 watt input. I think we're at 60%. There's 5 battery bar indicators. This really is not my favorite. For me, I really depend a lot on having a percentage display because I don't know if it's at 59% or 41%, and that's a big gap. Because if you don't know what the battery percentage is, and you need to charge a device, but let's say it takes 50% to charge the device, but yet it's got 3 bars, it might have only 41%, and when you go to plug in your device and leave it for a while, you could come back and the power station could have died because it was only at 41% when it needed to be above 50%. I am very, very happy that Bluetti did include the input wattage and the output wattage. That is something that I think is more critical than the battery percentage, but it would be a nice bonus feature if possible. So we've got USB-C charge up to 100 watts, 2 of them. Then we've got regular USB-A plugs and 12 volt, 10 amps, and then we've got cigarette lighter. They even say cigarette lighter above it. So this is your 12 volt output, all of your 12 volt output here. If you press the button, if you just tap the button, the screen will illuminate, and while it's on the charger, it is staying awake for a while. Okay, so maybe about 30 seconds before the display turns out. And so if you just tap it, let's try that again. Tap it, then the screen turns on. Tap it again, and then you'll see that the green light illuminated, and now this section is ready to power your devices. Then you just tap it again, and the green light goes off, and that section is now turned off. So same thing with the light. Tap once, comes on. Tap twice, turns on to high. Tap 3 times, and you've got an SOS signal going. And then if you tap it one more time, turns it off. So same thing applies for each 3 sections. It is nice that they have 4 outlet ports available, 2 that can only accept just the 2-prong outlets, and then 2 more that allow space if you have a 3-prong plug, and it's not grounded, but it provides the space for you to be able to plug it in. There's a grab handle at the top. This is very similar to the Bluetti AC30. And there's also a wireless phone charging system up here. If your cell phone has wireless charging capabilities, then you can just simply turn the 12 volt section on and then place it down, and you're good to go. And it'll start charging without any cords. That is a great feature if you're outdoors camping and whatnot, and maybe you're with a couple other people and someone forgot their cord to plug it in, or maybe they're maxed out with all the plugs here charging other phones. Someone else can still put their phone down on top and be able to charge your phone without any cords. Mainly if you just forget your cord at home, it's nice to be able to just place your phone there and be able to charge it. A lot of people aren't super happy with the light here, but they think it's not very necessary. Kind of like the camera on an iPad. But if you're in an emergency situation and you have your power station, I mean, to be able to hit the light on and be able to have light if you're in a power outage, that provides a lot of comfort and ability to see what you're doing at night and whatnot, especially in an emergency situation. And that's what these power stations are mainly geared for, is for power outages and people who want to be off the grid for camping and whatnot. But that is a handy feature to have lights on the power station themselves. Now, with it being 21.4 pounds, I mean, it's got some weight to it. I think anyone should be able to carry it. You know, it is 21 pounds, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, while it's charging, I mean, it's not really that loud, but it is, I find it rather annoying that it has to have both fans, not only on the power station, but the power box itself to charge the device. I do like that it is right at the 195 watts, because the maximum input is 200 watts. So I'm glad that they're taking almost full advantage of all the input watts that it can handle. So as far as the specs go, It is a 716 watt hour battery capacity. It's the lithium ion phosphate battery. And the inverter is rated for 700 watts, 1400 watt surge. So something you might want to know is car charging, they say it takes 7 to 8 hours at 12 volts. And through the wall, it takes about 3 to 4 hours via the wall adapter here. Oh, and same for solar charging and charging it from a generator, 3 to 4 hours at 200 watts. Now the input capacity is only 12 to 28 volts, so that would allow for one panel, and then you can connect multiple in parallel. But you can't connect multiple panels in series. The voltage just isn't high enough. Yeah. So with it being 716 watt hour battery, $499 is not a bad price. Priced at $599, and they have a $100 off coupon. So you can get this whole unit for $499 with the cables and everything that you need to get started. Other power stations that I've seen at a good price point typically are just under the 70 cents per watt hour mark. So if you take $499 divided by 716 watt hours, that'll give you your price per watt hour, which is right around that mark. I can't do the math in my head, so I'll just put it up on the screen. So I'm just charging it up for this first time before I get into doing a full review of it. This is more of just the first impressions that I have of the unit. For that price, I would say that this unit is worth it. There are some cons about it that I'm not a big fan of, but I think overall for what you're getting in this power station, for the specs and the features that it does offer, I think it's a good unit if it meets the criteria that you need for your own specific needs. Now, I do need to say that Bluetti offered me a discount for this product in order to review this power station. I did not receive this product for free, even although that would have been nice, because I've purchased several power stations now and they're not cheap. I'm trying my best to be transparent and make sure I'm not biased towards the product. I'm just trying to show you the product, how it is when I use it. I try to point out anything that could go wrong, or little quirks or errors that I found with the unit. Anyways, these are my first impressions, so keep a lookout for the review video coming up soon. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.